Ọrụ
ị ga-ama mmadụ egwu.
ijele ndiri ozi.
Ị ga-enwe ego dị egwu.
Ijele ndiri ozi o.
Ị ga-enwe ego dị egwu.
Ị makwa ịchọkwa njiri okwu.
Ị ga-adị nkịrịka 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 mgbe anyị chọọ dị egwu.
I will focus on you. I will focus on you.
No focus on me. Just focus on judiciary. You know, as they say, all eyes on judiciary, they fear. You know, as that time during the election, maybe say if you talk, vote wisely, APC go begin them. Either man. No, they thought what he say, all eyes on judiciary. What is the worry? If you truly love the country, if they say all eyes on the judiciary, you go not say that they talking. In favor of you too now. If you don't carry any bad thing for mind, why you go talk threats to your ear? As in, oh yeah, all eyes on the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary. They do. Remove signboard. They go online, they enter TV. All eyes on the judiciary. They will say no, we need to do something. We will focus on
salary,
the salary
of the salary
of the judges to curb corruption.
You be like, then you give your motor to mechanic. They repair. He just see you from far. He run enter the motor, begin the repair. Before you know, he don't give you mods. Okay, see that. Welcome, sir. My friend, repair my motor.
I come here, I can't drink malt. Because before you know it, now you go give you beer. From malt to beer. From beer to wine. Now you go come tell us, say, okay, make I leave the car with you. Anytime when you finish, I'll come back.
Of all the time, now
I want review.
Focus on the review of the salary.
I'm not be saying that to just review them. Focus. We will say, okay, since these people now, all eyes on the judiciary, let's focus on reviewing their salary.
You don't see professors, teachers, lecturers, all the doctors, I don't see them to review.
The minimum wage.
Now the only people where everybody they wait for to give judgment.
Now I
want to review them. What else? Guy, be like, I will threaten you if you review my salary. I don't to come your show.
When they review the judicial own finish, the judges.
Before you review my own.
Everybody will review that things. Review things. If you review finish, review your family. As they do, now everybody begin to shout online. You want to review what now? Don't try them. No promise anything, no. Not judiciary. Una want to do a journal. Una want to do a judiciary. When would they talk all eyes on judiciary with this and that joke? Now see what you got. No, I beg you. We want to deliver judgment without fear of favor. I heard that. We want to deliver judgment without fear of favor.
Who they ask you now?
We ask you. We ask you. Before I think say all eyes are on judiciary. Now all eyes are nose out.
That's everybody they look now. Both judiciary, they look themselves.
People judiciary they watch themselves. Judiciary go enter people where they those justice and judges. You go see their children for house. The day they pass them. My friend, why are you looking at that? Our eyes are on you. They go down, can I daddy? Hey! We are watching you. Don't mess with us. Judiciary themselves no go know when they watch themselves. My eyes are on you, guy. Do well. Now here these people see judgment, agree say, this one, he choke. Now this one, the men restrict the airflow.
You know, say even when they go court, no stress them reach this weight.
No, guys. That court process, that court period, be like, say, they easy
for
for their
them.
mind, say, we don't finish.
You don't finish.
Before they know it, all eyes on the judiciary. What is happening?
You know when you rush enter kitchen, tip meat. As you dey come out, your mouth dey everywhere dey, you come out. Now your papa, your mama, everybody
You just jam them. Because you go think say the process will go hard pass. Like entering the kitchen and opening the pot. You go just float like this, enter kitchen, come out pot, come out the meat for your mouth. I've succeeded. You know say one thing. When they expose person for inside kitchen, if you go steep meat, na pot cover.
na to close am.
Close them. This way go here.
Even if you take am gently,
You go must expose it. So you pass all those process. Come close them, the thing no go make noise. Boom. You can't stand there. Thank God. As you open
just
God,
come out.
they just jam you.
and your whole family.
All eyes on you.
Now wetin dey do judiciary like?
You smoke you.
You don't do all the investigation. You don't do na to call results. Now say this person
Na him.
is at fault. This person, the other way doing a rerun. Na to call am.
If judgment done there.
You don't dey.
Na to call am.
Have mercy upon us. Who call
now.
talk results now.
Are we not the judges?
Be like that day. All the judges go just gather. Talk am make dem for no beat one person.
Say guy, we go do am like white.
1, 2.
No, they will do am like a cappella. Everybody go carry their own.
1,
2, ready. Today, the person that won the case in pep is.
you're going to say your voice, don't do the loud. You're going to lower your voice.
Let's do it again. Case the person that won. You will say, guys, let's just call the person out raw. The person that won is people. Justice, we don't hear you. Come back. We not take her like that. Don't punish you. The 5 person replay. We not take go. We not travel. Mamma mia.
About lawyers criticizing judgment of the Supreme Court, specifically the Lawan Mechina case. And I recall that one of the two lawyers, one the senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, and the other, Chidi Odinkalu, said that, I think Femi Falana said, you were trying to, in his own words, silence Nigerian lawyers. And Odinkalu felt that what you said had no bearing. And they didn't see why the court judgments could not be, questioned by lawyers.
Yes. So, the legal profession is a profession that is regulated. And it has rules of professional conduct. As a professional, you must be measured in the way you speak. And I will just give you a typical example of how the public actually sees lawyers, so that we appreciate the sort of influence that we have over people. And that way, we'll be careful how we speak, and that is expected of us as professionals. That is why we cannot speak about the decisions of court in a certain manner, in a manner that would incite the public against the institution of justice. And it is also unprofessional to make personal attacks to the persons of judicial officers. In my village, Terry, I went home one day and a woman, once she sighted me, she started telling her daughter to go bring her son, who was named Barrister, because they called me Barrister. Fast forward to when I became a son. So in my village now, I have one young man that is named Barrister. Also another young man that is now named Sam. There are people who don't know the import of the decisions of court, the binding nature of the decisions of court, whether you are happy with the decisions or not. There are people who see you as a lawyer from their village as having the final say concerning any matter. And so how you talk about the decisions of the court is of utmost importance.
But can lawyers
Because
openly disagree with court judgments?
you have a means of disagreeing with the judgments of court. If you have a decision of the High Court that you are not happy with, you don't come to Channels Television and begin to tell Terry how that judge was wrong. It's unprofessional. All of the things that we have to do is within an order. That is a structure that is provided for us to do it. If the Supreme Court, which is the final court of the land, renders a decision, if you are a scholar, talk about it. Go and do an analysis. But don't come and be making insinuations to the effect that the court was compromised. That was why they came to that position. What you are doing is not helping the system. You are destroying the institution. You are destroying the platform upon which the persons who are the players of the administration of justice at that point in time, at this point in time, are standing to discharge that responsibility. Once the platform is destroyed, the institution is destroyed, even when you now bring people you believe have what it takes from your own opinion to occupy that office, the public would have lost confidence in the institution. And nothing that comes from that institution would be accepted by the public. And so we have a responsibility to be guided, to be guarded, and to be measured in the way we talk about the judgments of the courts. And all of them that you mentioned, they understand what they need to do. They do understand what they need to do. I'm not saying that lawyers shouldn't talk about, but you don't go to the televisions. And many times I've had interviews where lawyers came to Channels Television or other media to say that they haven't even read the decision of the court.
Well, just before we go, because we're out of time, I need to switch to the next conversation now. Some question how you lead in the NBA, especially with regard to the elections, your comments on the elections and your assessment of the elections, and then comparing that to the Election Union Observer reports that came out. How do you respond to those who believe that the EU did a better job than the NBA?
You know, Terry, it was you that conducted that interview with me in the office. At the risk of sounding immodest, I'm not a frivolous person. I am not. I had all of those comments. But my comment was based on empirical evidence. Nigerian Bar Association deployed 1,000 observers across the country. Across the country. I don't know how many EU observers have been deployed across the country. And in the form that we curated for the report by our observers, we also have columns where you would, as an observer, tell us if you saw any EU or any international or foreign observer at your polling units. Terry, I received reports from our observers, those that turned in their report, not less than 600 of those that turned in their reports. And by the way, for every report that we received till date, we can tell you the geolocation of the person who sent that report, and also give you statistics or details of the device that he used. So we leveraged on technology. Right. That came real time. 20% of those who turned in their reports said the election was excellent. 67% of those who turned in the report said that it was satisfactory. If you add 20 to 67, and EU, how many polling units did they go to? Now, how can we now elevate the report of 50 people against? Let us look at the statistics of what they did.